wearing, diamond ring wearing, gift stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. Yeah, we Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Rick flaring, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry for spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness is really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring, sun up, baby.
Yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the SWAC, pull up where you at, no cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts, my advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he off of the leash. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walk it, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Shout out to y'all, man. We in here back again, and you're absolutely right, Justin. This is the show that you asked for. All right, he has been blowing me up. Scotty, you see what my boys at Southern doing? Can we get some love? He said, "Can we get some love?" I said, "Okay, man. Okay, Frida. I'll give you some love. Okay." So I go ahead and do the Southern episode. Listen, man. Before I get into it, I got some announcements to make. Now, once again, if you are a player and you are looking to get your huddle film, you know, a family, friend, cousin, sister, brother, uncle, whatever, they got kids, you like, hey man, I got he do videos, have them send it to my email. No longer my Twitter, no longer my Instagram. It's just too much back and forth. Send it to my email. I will get it. I will send you a waiver you need to sign, you and your parents, and you will be good to go to come on the channel. All right, just want to make that very clear. So now you will be sending it to, the email is recruiting@itsoffscript.com. Okay? Recruiting@itsoffscript.com. Please send your huddles there. No longer to my Twitter, no longer to my Instagram. I'm only checking my emails. All right. So if it ain't in my email, I ain't doing it. Now listen, if you are a player and you have merch, you can reach out to me. I will buy it. You can send it to me and I will more happily promote it and put it on the back wall. All right. That's what this wall is about. It's about whatever I think is cool. And I got to change this shirt out sooner or later. All right. So listen, if you got some merch and you like, yo, I want to see it on the back, Scotty, send it to me. I will more happily either wear it or put it on the back. All right, it's too easy. If you got a player with some merch, shout out to my boy Jits from Jackson State. I just bought his shirts. Pretty dope stuff. All right, matter of fact. So if you want some of Jits merch, you know, hit Jits up in Instagram. He'll definitely hit you up with that. All right, got 2 big interviews coming up. All right. You got 2 big interviews coming up. I got an interview with Kendra Bullock, Major Executive Director of the OBC. That's on Monday, okay? And then tomorrow, the founders of Real Sports Marketing. Listen, this is big time. You don't understand. This is huge. These are 2 Texas Southern students, okay? They are 2 Texas, the one in the white cap and the one in the red cap. They're both students at Texas Southern. They have started their own sports marketing agency and have been giving players NIL deals. I want to say that again. You heard me right. They are Texas Southern students who gave Andrew Body, who hooked up Andrew Body with the NIL deal with the local community. That's real sports marketing. So don't tell me that kids that are at your institution cannot impact your own institution. Miss me with all of it, okay? They're coming on tomorrow. They gonna give you all the gems and all the hustles and all that you're doing. Listen, HBCU people, you need to put these Bamas on a speaking engagement. After they come on the channel and they tell you how they did it, you need to put these Bamas on an HBCU speaking engagement, send these Bamas all around the country and tell other students how they can do what they're doing, okay? Because that is freaking amazing, okay? It's freaking amazing. And people need to know about it. So they come on the channel tomorrow to talk about it. Shout out to them. Shout out to Andrew Body and shout out to them for setting it up. All right. Let's get into it. And listen, I'll tell you one thing I love about HBCU culture, right? I haven't really been a college football fan. I really haven't. But the coolest thing is getting my kids involved, right? And my daughter Eris is like the mini me of me. All right. So it's my mama, then me and Eris. Like we're one and the same. Shy he's like me in competitiveness, but he's not me. All right. My daughter is me. Like that is spitting copies of me. Right. So this morning, it's funny. Me, my mom, and Key, we all sitting around the table and Eris, and my mom was like, oh yeah, you know how you say the Andrew Buddy, and she did it, and we just died laughing. Right? We just dying laughing. So then my daughter is like this. That's what I'm talking about. All right, you got to raise them up. And the Bible says if you raise them up in the ways, they will never depart, okay? If you raise them up the right way, they shall never depart. My daughter is on the bandwagon early. One more time for the people in the back, baby. That's what it's all about, man. This has been, listen, this has probably been the best thing. It's been so dope to get my kids and my mom's, you know, she's involved into it and everything like that. So it's been a whole family affair. Okay, so if you got me on Twitter or Instagram, you're gonna see that video a lot. All right, very proud of that. So very proud moment of mine. And you know how we do it. None other with my boy Andrew, buddy. One time for the people in the back. All right, so listen, let's get into the show. All right, listen, man. First of all, I want to be very clear. I would never give Coach Green the satisfaction of answering, will I flip? All right, he gonna be in the spaces yesterday. Oh, Scotty, looking like you might want to come over to the Southern bandwagon. Coach Green, want to make that very, I will never give you, sir, the satisfaction of asking me that question that I answered. But since I'm on here, they are very close to flipping me. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not going to give Coach Green the satisfaction of answering that question for him. But God damn it, like every freaking day, it's something different with Southern and Dooley. I'm like, Jesus. First of all, I'm not even going to lie to you. I've never thought a SWAC school was going to get both of those dudes from. I just knew they were going to Morgan State. I just knew they was going to Morgan State. I'm like, yo, why would you not go with your former coach? Blah, blah, blah. Man, listen, Rube texted me about the first kid. He like, yo, Scotty, we got another one. I'm like, Jordan Carter. I'm like, all right, that's cool. In my back of the mind, I'm like, but you ain't get Dimitri, though. You know what I'm saying? You ain't get Dimitri, though. And then 2 days later, he's like, yo, Scotty, we got both of them jokers. I'm like, listen, what I need to, listen. If anybody from the Dooley administration is listening to me, what I would like to do, okay, I would like to do an official visit at Southern, okay? Take me on an official visit so I can see how Dooley is doing what he does. And we can have, I'll get Smash will follow me around. We'll get behind the scenes, how Dooley be pitching. I just need to get the sauce because I want to feel special, okay? I want to flip, all right? I'm on the FAMU bandwagon. Invite me down for an official visit. Let me get the whole Dooley experience. You know what I'm saying? You got the Michael Vick experience. I want the whole Dooley experience, all right? And I just want to go through the motions, all right? So I'll pretend like I'm a receiver or something. I can kick it with the receiver groups. You know what I'm saying? I just want that feel. Because it is ridiculous what he is pulling off, okay? And it's not even offensive players that he's really taking it to another level. He's getting defensive studs, like for real. You know what I'm saying? I know I probably won't get the destroying numbers going to Jackson State, but gosh darn it, somebody's going to watch that video. Somebody is going to freaking watch that video, okay, of me getting the full tour experience at freaking Southern University. I want to get the feel. I mean, do you give them beignets? You know what I'm saying? Are we out here cooking jambalaya? Is there a special crawfish that you Bamas are handing out? Because I got to know, okay? First of all, I ain't even got no Southern merch. Rube, my boy, he ain't sent me no merch. Coach Dooley, he ain't sent me no merch. Who else ain't sent me? Smash, my boy, he ain't sent me no. BJ, my boy, he ain't sent me no. I ain't got no Southern. Well, I do have a Southern shirt. I'm not gonna lie, and it's somebody ordered it really, really big. Somebody ordered it really, really big, and it's not really fitting. It's really whack. Not, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I'm just saying. So let's get into this, man. I get in the full uniform. I'll be baby blued up. You know what I'm saying? With the tiger. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I got you. I do it all up. But I want to bring this up, man. Listen, This is next level because I want to be very clear about what we're saying. I want to be very clear. Like, you got 2 all-conference DBs. Not 1, but 2. Okay? You got 2 DBs that are 3-time conference champs. And the experience that they have is priceless. Be very mindful when it comes to football. Experience matters. Okay? It's not everything. I want to be very clear about that. Experience is not everything, but it does matter. Okay? Because they've seen a lot, they've been through a lot, and when you go up in levels in playoff games, the intensity turns up. See, that's what a lot of people don't understand. When you get put in playoff games, in playoff atmospheres, the intensity goes up. Go watch the pivot with Aaron Donald, and he talks about the first time stepping out into a playoff game and how he couldn't settle in because the crowd was crazy. He's in Atlanta, everything. He said it just feels different, right? So when you got these 2 guys who have been tested, right, in playoff atmospheres, in win or go home games, in big moments, because understandably, when you're in the playoffs, when you're in those big moments, each play counts. Each play counts. Okay? So when a DB gets a pass caught on him, how he responds to that is a huge thing. If he misses a tackle, if he misses an assignment, how resilient are you, right, when you bounce back? How resilient are you when you bounce back? So at the end of the day, having these guys with experience and the level at which they were playing, you're not talking about some random transfers that never saw the field. You're talking about day 1 starters and over 3 years of progression at DB and being at the highest in the CIAA. And next thing, CIAA. See, the CIAA TV. Y'all Bama's got to do better about having some full games. You just as bad as the SWAC TV or SWAC network, whatever it's called. Both y'all Bama's are trash, okay? I can't even go watch a full Bowie State game. What are we doing? Why can I not go on YouTube, or why can I not go on point me in the direction where I can go watch film on Bowie State? Come on, man. What are we doing? But that's a whole nother argument. But my thing is this. I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving it because, listen, let's not act like the top of the mountain is not Jackson State. The top of the mountain is Jackson State. And you already know what they bringing. They bringing an air raid. So I got to have the players to compete against the air raid. And everybody else, you fall in line as you may. Okay, everybody else falls in line as they may, but you still got to shoot at the top of the mountain, and Jackson State's at the top of the mountain. So you got to set your standard to that. It's no different than playing the Warriors. The Warriors started shooting threes. What did everybody else do? Them Bama started shooting threes. All right, them Bama started shooting threes as well. Okay, so let's not act like they are what they are. See, Paris, I would love to tell you that. But all I see is highlights. I got to watch a full game to kind of see what they're good at and what they're not good at. You know what I'm saying? I can watch a couple clips. Shout out to Cut Day for having the Dimitri Mosley highlight cut-ups. But it all depends on, you know, what kind of style Damon Wilson is playing in certain games. You know what I'm saying? So I can't tell you personally. So I'm only going to speak on their success in their scheme, but I don't really know their scheme. So once I get the footage or once I reach out to Coach Sewell from Bowie State, I'll ask more questions like that, and we can get into a deeper dive of what they do. But this is the thing, and Sean brought it up in the chat. He said talent, you know, you need talent. Of course you need talent. Of course you need talent. But remember, hard work beats talent that does not work hard. It's a lot of kids that just sit on their morals because they're like, yo, we talented. Oh, I'm good. I'm talented. All right. These 2 guys had to both get it out the mud. And you know where they from. You know where they from. They from the DMV. You're good with me, baby. Okay. They good with me because they from the DMV. And you see what kind of studs we out here making, baby. You see what kind of ballers we bringing in Maryland. Stop playing me. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. But that's this is such a huge pickup. And if I'm a Southern fan, I'm super excited. Listen, this is why I'm so excited if I'm a Southern fan. This isn't Dooley's strong suit. That's the whole thing about this. Let me break that down to you, right? What is Deion Sanders known for? He's a defensive guy. What was the best thing on his team? His defensive team. His defense. His defense was the best thing about Jackson State. That's what makes what Dooley's doing so special. He's not a defensive guy, and he is stacking the box defensively. That's what's so beautiful. But what you're watching how he's recruiting, because offensively, that's like somebody who's a math professor. You're like, oh, I know math. You know, I can tell you all the statistics. I know math. But then when you ask that man to do some biology, hey, listen, that ain't my lane. That ain't even my lane. Okay, but that's what makes what Dooley's doing so special. He's stockpiling. Come on, like listen, he is on a tire. These Bamas right here are going to be straight difference makers. And let's not forget, you still got Jordan Lewis, FCS Defensive Player of the Year. You still got him. He's still in the back. He's still in your back pocket. Okay? So now you got him.
You are the only participant in the conference. All right. Participants are muted.
So you still got him. You're still working through that. And let's be honest, we all know when it comes down to defense, your D-line is where it's at. So you got Dumas, who was an all-conference SWAC guy who could not be blocked in the SWAC championship. I'm going to say that again, could not be blocked in the SWAC championship. You got Trey Lane, who I think could be possibly the best DN in the SWAC, like JJ Watt-ish. I really believe that. If you watch his East Mississippi Community College EMCC footage, he is a straight dog. He pops off he pops off the screen. I'm watching the game against him and Brashawn McCray. I don't know if they're on the same team, but I was watching the game for the quarterback. And I'm watching the game and I'm like, who the hell is this guy at DN? I'm like, who is this guy? He just keeps popping off the film. It's amazing. I'm telling you. So when you add these two guys on your front seven, including Jordan Lewis, including the African kid, I think his name is Clark or Chark or whatever, you know what I'm saying, including Great House, you have something special. And they already had, listen, you already knew my slogan. If you think you can run the ball, you can't, because Southern does it 10 times better. So you know their offensive line is legit. You do lose an NFL pro player with Jatari Carter, right? But you still probably have the second best stables of backs in the SWAC. Kobe Dillon, you got Gerard Sims, you know what I'm saying? You got these guys who are proven guys. Kobe Dillon going for 260, 240. Gerard Sims out the backfield, can catch it, can run it. You see what I'm saying? So now you got them. You got the only thing I'm going to constantly say about Southern is their wide receiver position. Is their wide receiver. If Dooley, and this is what I'm saying, this is what I think what makes Dooley so special, right? A lot of guys okay, let me say this, because people want to say Malachi Wildman. I don't think Malachi Wildman, if I'm being honest, is special. I'm gonna be very clear when I say that. I think he has great talent, but I don't think he's a special receiver, right? So my thing is this. When I look at, if you gave, let me see. I'm trying to figure out who I really, really like as a receiver. I like Abdul. I'm trying to see like next level. Trying to see. I really like Josh Wilkes, right? I really think if you would have put Josh Wilkes, CJ Bowler, perfect perfect example, right? Perfect example. If you gave CJ Bowler to Southern, that's your one, right? And most teams need that guy, like that one guy. But I believe you could give Dooley 4 Keith Corbins. You could give Dooley 4 Keith Corbins, and I still think he would do damage in the SWAC. They're not guys that are explosively fast. They're not guys that are all world, but I really think the way he sets it up, the way he schemes it up is how you will see, because Keith Corbin has great hands, has great route running, is a big frame, big body target. I think he can still do damage. But if you gave Dooley a CJ Bowler, a Abdul, a Hilaire, if you gave him a Hilaire from A&M that went to Bowling Green, if you give him those type of players, now you're activating everything that Dooley was. Because think about it, what he did at PV. PV had a bunch of little guys. You had Holiday. You had a bunch of little guys. I think maybe one guy was over 6 foot, and that's a maybe. You got a 5'11" guy, 6 foot guy, 5'10" guy. If you gave Xavier Smith to a Cherie, if you gave him some of those type of players, you would see how the genius that comes with Dooley. Because I'll tell you this. And anybody can go back and watch the film. Don't take my word on it. Go back and watch the film. If Dooley had anybody other than Ray Charles playing quarterback, that game is a blowout. That SWAC championship is a blowout. It ain't even close. It ain't even close. If Ray Charles was not playing quarterback for PV, okay, he had to do from the longest yard, the one that was like, hey, why can't I be quarterback? And Adam Sandler throws in the ball and he catches it, he drops. He's like, that's why you can't play quarterback, because Jawan Pass, you're bugging. If you didn't watch the game, Jawan Pass missed like 4 touchdowns. What are you talking about? I'm talking about Bama's running scot-free. And listen, man, hold up. Hold the damn phone. Shador threw for 96 yards. I don't even think he threw for 96 yards. He threw for like 86 yards. What are you talking about? Go back and watch that game. Shador threw for 86 yards. Bama's a smoking crack if you don't think if Jawan Pass lands any of the passes to Holiday streaking up the seam, it's a game over. It's game over. Let me explain something to y'all. What team in America can be down? They were down. I think in second quarter. They were down 10-7. 10-7. They were down 10-7. Isaiah runs back the touchdown and it makes it 13-10. And then the other touchdown that they got was from James Houston. Getting the pick 6 or something like that. So I can't even remember. I can't even remember what Shador did in that game, other than not go over 100 yards. In the same situation you saw him in the SWAC championship is the same shit he was in the Celebration Bowl. They were the same guy. That was the same Shador. The same one that showed up in the SWAC championship was the same guy that showed up in the Celebration Bowl. So once again, and they got mollywopped 31-10. Okay, so once again, I say, if Jawan Pass, i.e. Ray Charles, was not playing, I mean, anybody could have thrown that ball. Listen, that boy was streaking open. All right, too many times. But anyway, back to the main point. The main point is this. What Southern is doing is changing the game. And I'm not talking about like changing the game, like, oh my God, you've never seen this before. What I'm saying is that you got to understand, and at the end of the day, I had to respect, and that's even for me, I had to respect what Dooley is doing, because at the end of the day, I had a problem. I'm like, why would you bring over Dooley from PV to Southern, right? But then when you see everything that he's matriculating in the process of what he's bringing into Southern, what his legacy is as an offensive guy, you see why the hire is good. Now, I'm telling you this, the AD from Southern, he got lucky on this one. He got lucky on this one. I ain't gonna lie to you. It kind of fell in his lap. It kind of really fell in his lap. Dooley was getting off a contract. He's sitting back like, yeah, I got one right. You got one. I get Roman Banks. You got one. Okay, I give you that. You got one. But I absolutely love what Dooley is doing. I think his offensive stints when you've seen him at any of these places, offense has never been a problem. Offense has never been a problem with Dooley. You already know what he's coming when. You already know what it is when you're messing with Dooley. Offense is never going to be a problem with Dooley. It has always been a defensive issue. It's always been a defensive issue when it comes to his staff and making sure that he has a defensive guy that can make it happen. So I'm excited to see what everybody looks like on this team. Now, a lot of people are saying the quarterback. All right. I do believe that Bashawn McCrary can win you a game. I don't think he's Andrew Body. I don't think he's Shador. But I do believe Bashawn McCray, my bad, apologies. Bashawn McCray can win you games. I definitely believe, especially with his feet. All right. Especially in his feet, sir. Zoe, like you have to be. I know you're fanning right now. Because any football logic, you'll say the quarterback lost you that game. You have to say the quarterback lost you the game. Are you kidding me? You got to be fanning right now. If you go back, I can play the SWAC championship right here, and I can literally tell you the quarterback lost you the game. The person that threw the touchdown wasn't even Jawan Pass. The person that threw the touchdown in the SWAC championship for PV wasn't even the quarterback. What are we talking about? What are we talking about right now? Come on, man. What are we talking about? That boy went 1 for 1 for like 60 yards and had 100% QBR rating. What are we doing? Come on, man. Stop it. Come on, man. Let's stop it. Let's not. Because let's stop the foolishness. Half of you Bamas don't even watch film like that. Don't play with me on my film. Do not play with me on my film. Half of you Bamas don't even watch film like that. Do not play with me, because I will come back today and I will expose every single thing you're talking about right now. Do not play with me. Do not. It's not even a game with me. Stop it, okay? And I'll show you the Shador you think is all world. And I'll show you what he looked like. Okay? Don't play with me. Anyway, my whole thing is this at the end of the day. And call lines are open, 516-259-9041, 516-259-9041. All right? My at the end of the day, you got to watch what Southern is doing. Okay? Oh, now he's a freshman. Oh, now he's a freshman. Oh, yo, when he's putting up 300-something yards and 200 this and that, oh, he's all this, he's all that. But now he's a freshman. When he gets exposed in the 2 biggest games, now he's a freshman. All right. Anyway, so I love what Dooley is doing. Can I get an official visit? That's all I'm at. Can I get an official visit? Can I get some merch? Can I get something? Southern? I ain't on the bandwagon yet, but if you give me you make an official visit to me. All right, you make an official visit to me. I'll take it. I damn sure would take it. Okay, I damn sure would take it. Call lines are open, 516-259-9041, 516-259-9041. Dre 0284, I'm coming to you, man. Hey, Dre, you live.
Hey, man. Yeah, he's been doing well. The questions that I would have, I know you said he's like a taller wide receiver. Do you think he just doesn't like tall wide receivers? Because, you know, every coach has a type. Deion like big receivers. Hughes like big receivers. Do you think Dooley just doesn't like big receivers? Like, just kind of like FAMU. You know, FAMU like short, fast guys. And also, I worry about their O-line because you forget what's the coach at Norfolk State? He's the one that recruited all them O-line players. So that's still, he's still eating from Norfolk State's O-line because that's what he does. He's from an O-line guy. He loves running the ball. So I'm interested in can Dooley recruit because the O-line that got drafted, that's not Dooley's guy. That's Norfolk State's guy.
I'll say this. I'm getting at? I'll say this. You can't overlook all the talent that he's brought in at other spots, right? So he brought in the UAPB guy that got drafted in the O lineman, Teron Armstead. He brought, he recruited that guy. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. He brought in, that undefeated team at Grambling. He brought in a lot of that talent. He recruited a lot of that talent. So there's certain things that you got to give Dooley his credit on in fact of what he has brought to teams as an assistant. You know what I'm saying? So I believe he's such an offensive guy that he understands what he needs at that position or offensively, right? So this is the thing I try to tell people. If you don't have an offensive identity, you don't know what type of lineman you need. And that's the key, right? If I'm a spread guy, I don't need big fat linemen. You know what I'm saying? Because I need guys who are quick, can move and, slide and zone and read and stuff like that. So you got, and this is my opinion, I believe you have a team like Jackson State that just gets big guys, but they don't know where they fit. You get what I'm saying? So you got guys that are just big and you're like, oh, they should be able to block. Well, if you're trying to do an air raid style system and you got these big guys, you need mobility.
They need to be slim also, like maybe not 350, maybe 310.
Maybe 310, or they can be 350, but can they move? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Can you move at 350? Because you got guys that are maulers. If I bring a mauler as a guard, if you're not going forward and I got you going back, then that's where I can win my matchup. You see what I'm saying? So there's certain types of guys that fit in certain aspects. And then at the same time, then you got to coach these guys up. If you do go get a big guy, you know what I'm saying? You got to coach these guys up. So I just think there's a lot of factors in it. And I think he's such an offensive guy that he knows what he wants offensively. It's just, can that defense, can his defense complement his offense?
Yeah, I think this may be one of the times where, the defense looks really good. I believe that at the quarterback position, that quarterback is going to have to win a game. You're going to have to depend on his quarterback to, you know what I'm saying? He's going to have to be an Andrew Body and make a big throw. Because to me, they're going to have to win from the pocket. Mm-hmm. They're going to have to place balls. So if anything, that's what I'm worried about, that and the wide receivers, because if you got a bunch of 5'10" receivers and I got a bunch of 6'1", 6'2" corners, but like I said, everybody has a type though. FAMU likes shorter end receivers. That's just what they like. So that's why I asked you that question. Is it just he just doesn't like big receivers?
I think with like the FAMU example is somewhat good because they got everybody's under like 6 foot. But when I talked to Coach KJ, he said, "Listen, man, we looking for dogs." Like he said, if you 5'10", but you a dog, you just a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. Good example, right? But if hold on. Nope, hold on. I can give you a great example. The 6'5" guy that let Shiloh pick the ball off in the Southern game, you're not a guy. You're 6'5". You're not a dog. You're not a dog. You're 6'5" and you're letting a guy 5'11" out jump you for a jump ball. That's inexcusable. Yeah. So height doesn't make you good. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Is height coachable? No, height is not coachable, but it doesn't make you good. I can find a Ja'Cory Rankin who's 5'10" and can jump with the best of them and take it off your head. Give me a guy like that over a 6'5" guy who can't jump or won't go attack the ball.
Yeah. But I mean, I would imagine you at least, I mean, even you said you wish they had one guy who was 6'2".
Oh, absolutely. Listen, this is the thing, right? When you have to get your, I believe you got to fit your receivers to your quarterback talent, right? I can get a shorter guy for Shedeur because he's accurate. You see what I'm saying? So if I wanted to go with a Warren Newman, if I wanted to go with a 5'10" Ja'Cory Rankin, well, Shedeur is accurate enough to hit that guy. Well, Rashawn McKay, he has a baseball style. So a lot of his stuff is going to sail. So I need some 6'2", 6'3". Exactly.
With a big radius.
To help him out when that ball sails on him. You get what I'm saying? So that's how you fit your receivers to your quarterback. If you don't have an accurate guy, I'm not going to get a 5'10" guy that plays the Z or the X because it's like, bro, you're not going to hit him when I need you to hit him. You know what I'm saying? So it's those type of aspects. So yes, I would get a 6. I would damn sure get a 6'4", 6'5" guy for Rashawn McKay to bail him out. I gotta bail you out every night. At least one, you know what I'm saying, to go bail you out when something happens. So that is what it is.
Yeah, Southern's they're looking real good. Their DBs. I was shocked that they didn't follow their coach to Morgan State, but I guess they figured, you know what, the SWAC is probably gonna have a bigger light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
SWAC's gonna have a bigger light, and Southern's one of the blue bloods. They're gonna look at Southern also. So Dooley's doing his job. He should win.
He should. We'll see how it goes. I mean, nobody should win, but we should see what happens. Appreciate the call, though, Dre. Hey, whoever said I didn't like the Dooley hire, you absolutely right. You ain't listen, bro. You ain't saying nothing I ain't already said. But at the same time, is Dooley making me look foolish? You're absolutely right. I can say they both, as Zoe said, they both can be true. They both can be true. I did not like the hire, and then he comes in and starts kicking the door down, and I'm like, damn, I think I messed that one up. They both can be true, okay? They both can be absolutely true. Let me get to another caller. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me, 7301.
Scotty, what's good, baby? This KP, man. What's good with it?
What's up, KP?
Hey, man, I'm smiling from ear to ear, man. I like the 2 pickups we got. I mean, I like what he's doing so far. He got the fan base, excited for the upcoming season. But I'm a realist. I keep it 100 with anything. He has to do his part. We don't want to end up like a New Jersey Nets basketball. We have all these superstars, talent on this team, and we can't win but 6 games.
That's fair.
So he has to do his part.
I'll say this.
And then that's gonna go ahead.
I'll say this, KP. This is my thing. You gotta. This is gonna sound really bad, right? But you gotta use that. Mm-hmm. I think Florida Memorial game. It gotta be it gotta be tune up. It gotta be the biggest.
Absolutely.
It gotta be the biggest tune up game in your lives because you gotta get this thing right. You know what I'm saying? You got to make it run. It got to run smoothly. And that's why I think the same thing about FAMU playing North Carolina actually benefits them if they can come out that game healthy. It's probably the biggest benefit because you walk in with the game experience and with better competition. You can walk in that Jackson State game knowing who you are and what you are, at least somewhat. And I think for the same thing, your first game, it has to be the LSU game. That can be a nice little tune-up game as well. I mean, you're going to lose it, but you just want to see who is going to come compete, who is going to show up, who is going to make plays, so you know who you can count on during the season. But that Florida Memorial game absolutely has to be the biggest tune-up. But go ahead, KP.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. That Florida game, that first game, we can't look sloppy. We can't have a lot of turnovers. We can't look like we just came out there just to play and show up and look pretty. Got to come out there, take care of business. I would like to see the starters play at least to the third quarter. LSU game, I want to see, man, there's a lot of talk that's bubbling down here right now in Baton Rouge and New Orleans about that game. But what I want to see is we got a LSU first home game, and it's at night. Who gonna show up? Who gonna get nervous in that Tiger Stadium? Who gonna freeze up?
Death Valley at night?
That's
don't be tight.
Is Death Valley at night? It's a lot of fans out there. It's LSU first home game at night on SEC Network.
Yeah.
What player on that Southern roster is going to get the big eyes? Is it going to be the quarterback? Is it going to be the running back? That first hit going to determine if you belong with the playing with the big boys.
Facts.
So if Southern can come out and show confidence and show that they can hang, not even hang, but play in an environment like that, and they play well, you know, I even say if they play well like they did in Georgia, if they come out there and play like they belong there, you know, the game may not win the game, but I just want to see the confidence.
Absolutely.
I'm good. You know, and again, I was going to go ahead.
The thing for me, KP, when I'm looking at that game is, okay, does my quarterback make throws? Can he make the like? Can he make those? Because you know the DB, like that's DBU. You know what I'm saying? So can my quarterback make throws? Right? Can my defense run with the receivers? Because what I saw, and I'll be real with you, when I watched that Kentucky game, they were on a different speed than y'all. I mean, when Southern went against Kentucky, I'm like, they catching 5-yard ends and they running past y'all like y'all not even there. I'm like, what the crap is going on? When I went back and watched the film, so I want to see, can you compete with the speed? Can we run with them? Can we run them down? Can we go sideline to sideline? Can we compete? Skill, like, you know, that the biggest thing about Power 5 is the trenches. You know, you're not going to win that battle. Right. You might, Jason might win a couple matchups, Trey might win a couple matchups, but overall, you're not going to win that battle up front. So for me, it's like, can my skill guys compete on the skill level with these guys? And if they can, we got something that we can cook well in the SWAC. That's how I look at it, for real.
That's a good view, because that's how I'm looking at it. Can that DB? Not DB. Can that DN get off that block? Is he getting pancake? Is he taking a lateral move? Is he doing other combinations on this LSU offensive lineman or tackle that he's going up against? You know, that's a 5-star tackle he's going up against. Yeah, that man got to play Alabama 4, 5, 6 weeks down the line. Absolutely. Alabama Crimson Tide. Absolutely. So what can you do against this 5-star athlete? You know, that's pretty much what I'm looking at from what I'm trying to take away from the LSU game. And that schedule that we have is, we got the talent, and like I say, it's up to Dooley. It's now not. It's really up to the other coaches in the SWAC, because you're getting all this talent. You want talent. We've been screaming for talent. So now we got a year. You got a talent. You got the talent in your pot. What you gonna do? Can you cook up a meal? That let me know if you a coach or you not. Can you coach talent? That's how I view it. That's how I grade coaches. If you can coach talent and make this team look like a competitive team that I can actually watch on TV and not look like some high schoolers out there, okay, you got my vote. You know what you're doing. You in the film room. You know how to execute O's, X's, and O's. But if this team looked like last year, or we looking 2018, man, you got this talent. You just on the sideline with a headphone set. You don't know what you're doing with this talent. I'm giving you the tools to know how to cook a meal, but you don't even know how to cook a meal. You don't have to wait. We don't need you. Yeah. That's how I'm looking at it.
That's fair. No, and that's a great way to look at it. I'm going to be, man, listen, I know I think LSU, I think that's games on the SEC Sports Network. They know what they're doing. They trying to get that money. They know exactly what they're doing. Same thing the SWAC should be doing, but we ain't going to talk about that. But, hey, KP, appreciate the call as always, man.
For sure, man. Right, man. For sure.
Peace.
All right.
Hey, Coach Green, I'm gonna give you, Coach Green, you're last, okay? Because I'm gonna let you go, okay? So don't expect for me to come to you pretty soon. I got another caller in front of you, but if callers keep coming in front of you, Coach Green, you're last, okay? I'm gonna give you all the time you want. All right, I ain't gonna rush you. Hey, 0930, you live, talk to me.
Yo, Scotty.
What's goody?
It's J Max, baby.
What?
It's J Max, baby. I've been waiting.
Hey guys, it's J Max for SWAC and the Fool. What's up, Jay? Talk to me.
Oh man, nothing much, man. Hey, to the caller who said, about Dooley getting big receivers, that is the thing. You got to look at the Gerard Landrys from in the past, your Quentin Smoke Evans, your Michael Hayes. So he does recruit big receivers. Maybe he's just having a hard time finding something right now. Maybe we got something coming. You never know what Dooley got up his sleeves. But overall, I'm excited, man. Like I said, the secondary was real weak for us last year. So right now, it seemed like whoever win the job, I feel like they got at least 10 to 15 DBs out there. So whoever win the job, may the best man win.
Man, how is the energy down there? I know KP's talking about the LSU game, but overall, what are you getting the vibe? Because I'm surprised you haven't come out with a video talking about what's going on. I know you're a busy man with work and everything, but what's the excitement going down there at Southern?
everybody. I'm gonna just be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Last year kind of messed up a lot of stuff when it comes to our energy. So we just kind of, we know how they say we just protecting our energy right now.
Okay.
That's fair. So we're gonna see how everything comes together, but we don't want to put too much in it. I'm gonna tell you like this. You said in Dooley we trust. That you came up with that.
Yeah, I came up with that.
Yeah, so we just trust in the process. We just trust in the process. I tell you what, I'm just waiting to see if we get one more dog at that linebacker position, then I'm betting the house. If we get that one dog, and like you say with Bashawn McCray, his feet are his strength. And if you know anything about Dooley, if he could get a quarterback that could run and pass decent, not like Skelton type passing, but just decent type passing, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. But I'm excited to see what this defense is. On paper, it looks great. And I just want to see it all come together.
Absolutely. Listen, I got to give you a props, Jay. When you was calling it back at the Bayou Classic, you know, I got little eyes and ears everywhere. Somebody told me, they said, hey, yo, J-Mac say Dooley coming to Southern. So I knew you knew. But you've been on that bandwagon from Jump Street. You know, I haven't really been on it, but you've been on. As soon as the name was brought up, you was on the bandwagon. So I got to give you full praise. Listen, this is your time. You know what I'm saying? Talk about how you feel about Dooley and what you knew about Dooley that made you so excited about it.
Got it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been following Southern my whole life. So when Dooley came in, 98, 99, around that time with Mark Orlando and Pete Richardson, that was our glory years, right? And then he stayed up until 2009. But I'm just seeing how the offense was put together. That's when we had like fireworks. When I say fireworks, I mean it was freaking hot air balloons in the sky. That's when we had fireworks. And I just knew what he was capable of if he was able to come down here. He's close to New Orleans. He has familiarity with all of these coaches. And if you think about Grambling, when he was at Grambling, he had players coming from Livonia. He had players coming from Baton Rouge, New Orleans, all those surrounding areas. I knew if he got here, I'm going to be honest with you, Scotty, I was rooting for him. When Odoms left, I said, we need to go get Dooley. And a lot of people was, he hadn't done this, he hadn't done that. I said, if he comes here, this is where he wants to be. And mark my words, we had a quarterback named Bryant Lee. I talked to Brian Lee, and he said, Dooley wants to come back. And when Brian Lee told me that maybe a year or two ago, I was like, hey, that's my guy. That's my guy. So I'm definitely rooting for him. I think he's going to put it together. You know, all the talent, all of this stuff that's going on, I'm not surprised about it at all. I just want to see how it all comes together.
All right, man. Listen,
and I also think that we one O-lineman away. One O-lineman and one linebacker. We get that together, we good to go.
Hey, man.
But yes,
I'm excited for you,
man.
I'm excited for y'all. I really am.
I appreciate everything, man. And to all your listeners, make sure y'all check out SWAC and the Fool. We had a poll come out today, and you know that had some controversy to it. But we didn't have Southern or Alcorn at the top, so I don't even see why people think we're being biased. But that's another. Appreciate this guy.
Hey, Jay, before you go. Hey, I need you to set up an official visit for me. I need to get some official. I want to get the Dooley experience. I know you got the inside because I'll be seeing y'all in the clubhouse doing videos from the stadium. I know you got the pool. I need an official Dooley visit. I need to get that experience.
I got you. Look, right, DM me, and I'm gonna get your number. And we can run it. Run it.
Too easy. Appreciate it.
All right,
boy. Peace. Hey, that was J-Max for SWAC and the Fool. You know it's J-Max, and you got GESPN, man. Y'all make sure y'all go check that out. We try. Jay's got it. Yeah, I want some Bluestone wings. I don't know what that is, but I'll take them. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you know, and my girl, she loves some wings now. Boy, I tell you, she loves some wings. But we'll be down there. We'll be at the Bluff. We'll be in the Bluff for the Alcorn game. We'll be me and my girl will be down there in the Bluff for the Alcorn game. So Alcorn versus Southern, we would definitely be in the Bluff. So that means I'm gonna be right there next to G and J when the game is going on. We're gonna be in the Bluff. 0527, then Coach Green, I'm coming to you. I told you, hey, I ain't playing with you, Coach Green. Hey, caller, you live, talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Scotty? Hey, this is KJ, man. I was calling you. Hey, I spoke to you, man, probably over a year ago. And I was mentioning to you about APR. And at the time, you were just telling me that, man, I don't know what you're talking about. Is that the type of mortgage? So it was kind of a joke. But I was mentioning. Hello?
Yeah, you're right. I remember that. I was like, is that car insurance? Is that financing? Yeah.
Yeah, right. And I was just mentioning to you that, you know, be careful about, I know a lot of Jackson State fans were like, man, we getting all these transfers or whatever. But I was just saying that, hey, you got to be careful with that because it can work both ways. It can both hurt you. At the same time, it can help your program maybe immediately, but what it can also do is put you in a major situation. So I think when they were showing, Jackson State came in at, what, 895?
Yeah.
Okay. So, like I said, that's going to be something over the next 2 or 3 years that they better make sure that they really tighten up. And with more transfers coming in and then other people leaving the program, that first year, wherever they may go, if they just drop out, that's going to continue to hurt you. So that's something that people truly, truly understand how this transfer portal can be to your demise. So I know you're talking about something else, but I just wanted to bring that up because I'm a FAMU alum, and I'm looking and seeing how we are in some serious issues here coming up. Hopefully, we can end up getting a positions, but that's something that everybody needs to look at. And with some of the other SWAC teams that were coming in below that 930 mark, we can be in another major because I think they were waiving some of the penalties because of COVID, but I think they're back in effect, if I'm not mistaken, this year in the fall or beginning next year.
They're
going to start.
Yeah, it's the beginning of 2023. But hey, let me get Coach Green in here. I appreciate the call, KJ. As always, man. Appreciate you.
Okay.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Bro.
Hey, listen. So I got Blue Stove. What else I got? I got Blue Stove and Chicken Shack. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. Listen, we had that. I don't know, babe. We had chicken from Grambling, from Ruston, and I can't remember what it was called. I think it's called like chicken something or something. I don't know. But that chicken was busting. That chicken was busting, okay? I don't know what to call it. I don't know how it was, but that chicken was busting. So if Blue Stove, all right, my internet connection's out. How my internet connection out? What? My internet connection? I'm looking at me looking at y'all. Is the screen still black? Okay, we back. All right, cool. So, I don't know. My screen didn't go black. My screen didn't go black. All right, y'all stuff went black. So y'all need to check y'all internet, okay? Check all y'all internet anyway. But I had the Gremlin, babe. Chicken. Let me see. Yeah, you blocked out. There we go. Scotty in there. Hold on. My screen said, yeah, that gotta be YouTube. Either gotta be my restream or YouTube, but none of my stuff went black. Babe! Like, bro, like, the house ain't that big. Should have stayed out a little bit. It's good now. Okay. Dang. Yeah, 200 people is tripping. 200 people is tripping. But I'm going to get Southern Classic. Thank you. Because she ain't there. Southern Classic. That's the chicken at Grambling was bussing. Okay? If they try to give out NIL deals, please give out NIL deals to me. Okay? To me. All right? So, yeah. Let's get it going. Coach Green, it's on you.
Hey, man. That shirt looking mighty dingy in the back, man. You might need to replace it because, some blue, some of that sky blue look nice on the wall.
It doesn't go. Sky blue doesn't go well with my tan. My tan wall doesn't really fit.
Oh no, it look good with your tan. I'm telling you, it will look good.
All right,
you'll love it.
I bet.
But hey, don't not be a fan because of me, man. I'm not gonna rub it in. I'm not gonna rub it in. I am not that type of petty. You know me. I am not petty. Was I petty last night? No.
Coach Green, stop the
foolishness. Am I right?
You would rub it in.
Was not.
You would if I flip bandwagons every time Southern would win, you would rub it in. Stop playing me. Stop playing me. Yes, you.
When do I ever rub anything? Did I rub anything in? Was I petty last night?
No, because you just made a point, but don't mean you was being petty. You just made a point.
Exactly. See, I only make points. I don't be petty. I'm not you, man. That's your job. I don't be petty. Just a little bit, but just a little bit. I might be petty just a little bit.
No, it wouldn't be no little nothing. It wouldn't be no little nothing. You'd be all full steam ahead. Stop playing me.
Hey, from that caller earlier when you were talking about the Jackson State pre-PV game, everything you said, you was right. Because number one, the running game saves them, and Juwan Pass saved them. Juwan Pass was point shaving because he was just out there throwing passes, and he didn't care who catch it. And so happened Jackson State caught two of them off of him, and he fumbled.
Boy.
So how is not how that's not saved? Come on now, that actually saved that. You remember that? Matter of fact, you remember that wheel route? He missed the wheel route. That was perfect.
Dude, you talking about the one that Cam got the pick? I mean, he threw it straight to Cam. I'm like, dude, what are we doing? It was all the way bad. It was all the way bad.
Any good quarterback would have fit it right through that window.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, so, shoot. Because the thing that PV showed, because you even talked about that, if you get a lot of pressure on Shador, he get happy feet. And that's what any quarterback do.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Get a lot of, and then the dude about talking about, all we look for is short receivers. No, he don't look for short receivers. You gotta check check that man resume. He looked for playmakers. And you watched enough Grambling game when he was with when Kincaid was over there. Those receivers was playmakers, right?
Yeah, but listen, the real playmaker was Carter. Marquez Carter, the running back.
Yeah.
Man, he was all world. He was all world.
Yeah. But we all know Carter pretty much opened up the pass for him.
Mm-hmm.
But the receivers was playmakers because they had a 6'4", 6'5" receiver that he threw up to in the Superdome. I remember when they played in the Superdome, he threw it up there for him to get it only.
Oh, you talking about against Houston?
Go ahead.
You talking about against Houston or against the SWAC in the Celebration Bowl?
It was I think it was the SWAC championship. Not SWAC championship, the Bayou Classic.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I think it was the Bayou Classic because I remember it being in the Superdome because I remember that 6'5" receiver catching it. So he looked for playmakers. You can't be like you say. You can't be 6'5" and not a dog. It defeat the purpose of what Dooley like to do if you just out there. So it's all about that. But hey, I'm gonna say this. This because you talk about when it comes to Power 5, it's about the trenches. And I feel like I ain't gonna say we're gonna win, but I think our defense will keep us in that game because of our trenches, because you can't if you double team Jordan, you got Trey Lane. You double team Trey Lane, you got Dooley.
If I feel my offensive line is better, I'm not double teaming you. Like the thing about I'm not going to double team Trey, or I'm definitely not double teaming Jordan Lewis. Jordan Lewis is not worth a double team. I don't give a damn what you listen. You can call him defensive FE. Listen, he's like 6'2", 6'3", 220. Like I'm not double teaming him. He's not like, come on, bro. Like, no. Now Trey Lane maybe, but you only double team somebody if they start dominating. Like if I was LSU, you would have to prove to me that you need to be double teamed. I'm a single block you until I know, okay, shoot, we can't block the kid. Let me double team him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to go into a scheme having to double team Jordan Lewis. Like, stop it. No, not even a little bit.
Well, I'm going to put it like this. Because they got Clark over there, if he helped him improve his technique where he could beat a one-on-one without just doing it with his speed, he could beat it with using his hands. That's going to be a plus, because if we if we keep it close, I say we lose by 20 or lower, it's a win for us.
That I agree. I'll give you that. I would agree with that.
You know, if we lose like that, if we end the game, our defense able to keep us there. Because I don't like to, compare Memphis to LSU, but you remember what you saw the game when we played Memphis, right?
It was Memphis or Kentucky?
Nah, it was Memphis.
Okay, Memphis.
I'm talking about the one.
The
one that I felt like we should have won.
Yeah, I don't know if you should have won, but you know what I'm saying? Like
I felt like this is why I say I felt like we should have won, because our defense kept us in that game, but you was because I remember you was complaining about the play calling in that game, because you said that you went and watched it, and you said the play calling was the issue, because number one, Shelton wasn't trying to pass either. They wasn't trying to make him a passer, so they kept on trying to run, and then all Memphis did is load up the box, and that's what you ain't gonna be able to do under Dooley. You can't load up the box. So I'm looking forward to the LSU game just to see where we at.
Yes, the LSU game. Listen, let's be 100% correct. Like you guys are 99.9% chance to lose that game. Anything other than 21, anything over 21 points is expected. Anything less than 21 points is shocking. If you score twice, it's shocking. Like, it's certain things that you just like, okay, that shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen. But if it does happen, you can sit back and say, wow. See, when people watch games like that, they'll watch it because of the score. Me, I'm watching for the matchups. I'm watching the individual matchups. Okay, Jordan Lewis, your FCS Defensive Player of the Year. Okay, show me what you can do. Show me what it looks like when you go up against a Power 5 team. Okay, Trey Lane, I think you could be J.J. Watt of the SWAC. Show me what you do when you go against the SEC lineman one-on-one. That's the type of matches. Dumas. Listen, if Dumas plays to his potential, you know what I'm saying, and he looks like something, this could be a game to where they be like, yo, he could be a baby Aaron Donald. Maybe we can get him in the 5th or 6th round. You see what I'm saying? So these are opportunities for a lot of players to put themselves on the map. The Mosley, the Moselles, the Carters, like, it's the individual matchups. That's what happened with Jacoby Durant. It wasn't the South Carolina State team. It was Jacoby Durant having 2 picks, I believe, and a lot of breakups and tackles. So this is the time where you want to see how great can these players actually be individually, and you want to see who's going to show up.
Because I'll be like this, because when I watched PV play Texas A&M, guess who I was watching when I was watching that game? Guess who I was only watching?
Ooh.
I was watching Dumas. And he was killing them. They was actually like trying to, double team him. And he was giving them hell. So if he could do that versus if he did that to A&M, I feel like he could do the same thing to LSU. If he's 100% himself, he could do that to LSU. So and if them 3 guys you talked about on the defense are who you say they are, they should make it tough. They should get to the quarterback a few times.
Facts.
But still lose. But get to the quarterback a few times. And then we'll be like, hey, Jackson State might be in trouble.
I mean, let me say this. I'll say this. If Dumas, Lang, and Clark come to play and they get, let's say Dumas gets about 3 sacks, Lang gets about 2 sacks, I'll tell you right now, the SWAC is in trouble. Because if I was a D lineman and I did that to LSU, there's nothing, there's no lineman, it's no line in the SWAC that I'll be worried about. That's just facts. I don't give a damn what you're talking about. There's no line, especially Jackson State's.
None.
There's none that I would worry about that I can't compete against or I can't dominate. But you're asking a lot. That's what I'm saying. 3 sacks by Dumas is a lot. 2 sacks by Trey Lane is a lot. I mean, think about what Southeast Louisiana did to Isaiah Land. He didn't even sniff the quarterback. He didn't even know what Cole Kelly's number was. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. That's what 2 sacks by Trey Lane, that is a lot. Three sacks by Dumas is a lot. For Dumas, it's more about pressures. For Dumas, it's more about pressures.
And Lewis get one.
You know what I'm saying? I don't, if I'm being honest, I think the only way Lewis gets a sack to me is if he comes off a linebacker blitz, because he's so fast. He is so fast. Like, that's what makes him special, is his speed. So if you get him on a cross stunt, a delayed blitz, I believe he's trouble. He's nothing but trouble. But putting him on the D line and having him race up the field, I don't think you're going to get too many. It depends on if the quarterback holds the ball too long. The quarterback, but we're getting to it. But I'm gonna just say this, and we're getting too deep because the game is not even here yet. But if Jordan Lewis,
you're right.
If Jordan Lewis gets around the tackle, which I know he can because he has the speed to, but then it's like if the quarterback holds the ball long enough, that's when Jordan Lewis becomes a factor because he can run you down from the backside.
And then I'm looking forward to seeing what Ethan Howard do in that offense, and what Kobe Dillon does in that offense, and the stable of backs. Yep. And I want to see which receiver is going to be that receiver that we say they need, because we don't know right now until they actually play, but we're going to find out.
We shall see.
Who could be that number one receiver? But hey, when you go on your official visit, man, make sure you give me a shout out, man. Give me a shout out. You say because of Coach Green.
Because of
I am committing.
Wow.
To SU.
Because of Coach Green. Wow. Yeah. Not never. Not never. Appreciate the call, Coach.
Hey, no problem, man.
Because of Coach Green. Listen, man, I want to be very clear about some things that I feel like people in the comments are overlooking or underselling. Jackson State was not world beaters. Like, I want to be very clear about what I'm saying, and listen to me very closely. And Jackson State fans, you know, you always can.
If I make you feel some type of way.
Like, that's what's so irritating about like Jackson State fans. Like, y'all were not world beaters. The only team that you just straight demolished was Alabama A&M. Congratulations, all right? No issues. But y'all were not world beaters. Like, y'all went down to the wire with a Southern team that was bad. I'm talking about bad. Like Alcorn. If they continue to run the ball, they beat you. You know what I'm saying? Texas, oh my God, the Texas Southern game, if Andrew Body Jesus Christ, if Andrew Body hits on 2 or 3 passes, the game is over. Go back and watch film. Stop talking out of emotion. Go back and actually watch some film. Go back, turn the sound off, and watch the football game in its totality. Just go back and watch the game in its totality and tell me if you guys were all world beaters. Now, what the SWAC needs to be worried about is how good Shedeur has grown, how much he has grown, because if he could do that as a freshman and he's coming back in a sophomore and Shedeur grows, now you're asking for trouble. You're asking for trouble, but it still comes down to the O-line. Okay? And I don't trust the O-line coaches. They trash. Markinson, trash. Okay? So you Bamas out there being all emotional, watching games for stats and points, go actually watch film and see how you were not world beaters. Okay? You weren't world beaters. Let's not play these games. Not saying you didn't win. I'm not saying it's like you weren't just out crazily dominant. You Bamas were average. And that's what showed up in the 2 biggest games where it mattered. When people got tape on you and people understood what it was, okay? You were average. That's why you got your ass whooped in the Celebration Bowl, because you was average. That's why you got your ass. That's why you got mollywopped in the SWAC. That's why Shedeur couldn't do nothing in the SWAC championship, because you was average. Okay, average. So miss me with that. But with time comes growth. So if that team decides to take it up to another level and they do that, then hey, they can maybe become world beaters. But for Alabama to say. First of all, for Alabama to say Shedeur is a first-round pick, you're smoking crack. you're smoking the heaviest of crack. That's one. Two, if you think Shador is ever going to be in a Heisman race, you're smoking the most of crack part two. Okay? Like, you got to understand what type of numbers you have to put up. So you're just smoking crack. Just Bama's out here smoking crack. I don't know what kind of crack they are passing around at the Jackson State bandwagonisms or down at Jackson State with the potholes. I don't know where they passing that, but you're passing out crack because Bama's just smoking. Bama's just smoking. Just smoking crack. Oh, yeah, he's going to be this. Oh, yeah, he's going to be that. No, you're smoking crack. First round pick, you're smoking crack. Heisman, you're smoking crack. Okay, let's leave it at that. Not saying he won't get drafted. I won't say that. I cannot say that. Won't say it because Deion has a name. All right, Sanders has a name, but what? First round pick, Shador Sanders? Yeah, okay, yeah. Clip this. If he becomes a first round pick, clip this, please. I'll watch it 20 times. 20 times. All right. But you already know what the family affair is. You already know what bandwagon we on. You already know what bandwagon we on out here in these streets. Well, tell them again, baby girl. We are on the Andrew Body bandwagon and Quincy Casey. All right, and Quincy Casey, my boy. Quincy Casey! My boy Quincy. QC. All right. So it is what it is. But listen, I'll bet anybody $100 right now. J Love, if you call in, I will bet you $100 right now that Shador would not be a first or second round pick. He will not be a first or, I'll give you two. He won't be first or second round. Okay. I just want to make the bet. If you that strong, about it, matter of fact, I'll give you $500. $500 right here, right now. All right. I don't need to forecast anything. I don't need to forecast a damn thing. I will make the bet right here, right now, that $500 that Shador Sanders will not be a first or a second round pick. I'll make that bet right here, right now. What you got on it, J Love? What you got on it? That's not what I said. You see, now you're backtracking. That's not what I said. So that's what I said. I don't give a damn about breaking records in the SWAC. Akil Glass broke a lot of records. He ain't get drafted. What are you talking about? Shut the hell up. All right. $500 that he won't be a first or second round pick. Take the bet. Take the bet. I just want to know. Take the bet. That's it. Take the bet. Call in. No, I'm not. No. I'm not taking no bets in the comments. You got to call in. I want to hear your voice so I can see your number. That's what it is. I want to hear your voice. Stand on that. You ain't taking no bets in the comments. Call in if you really about that life. Call in, make the bet. I get your number. All right. So I can hold you Bama's accountable. Okay. I can hold you Bama's accountable because a lot of y'all doing a lot of talking, but ain't no bets being put up. A lot of y'all doing a lot of dick riding, but a lot of y'all ain't putting no money up. I just want to be very clear. So what I'm saying is what we talking about? $500 that he will not be a first or second round pick. If I wasn't at work, I'd call in. You ain't got no job, Tommy. You ain't got no job, and you can most happily walk your ass to the bathroom, call in. Hey, Scotty, this is my number. I'm taking the bet. Gotta go. You ain't got no job, Tommy. Come on. Let him know, King. Let him know, King. You got time to put in that boy been talking. He been chatting in the comments all day long. But now he ain't got time to call in for 2 minutes? Miss me with that, J Love. Bama's be out here lying. Oh, I'm at work. Oh, my God. Oh my! The number been on the banner, J Love. What you talking? It ain't nothing new. My number don't change. 516-259-9041. Don't call from your work number. Nah. Don't treat me like no bill collector. Don't treat me like no bill collector when Bama's be putting their work number. Let me see what we got here. Let me see who this is. Hello, who this?
Hello.
Hello, who this?
Hey, Courtney.
You ain't are you J Love? If you ain't J Love, you J Love?
No, I'm not J Love.
What's up, Courtney? Talk to me.
I think you're absolutely right by stating that he's not a first round pick. I wouldn't bet on it. No, most I would bet is $5 because like he's not really paying great competition like the two North Dakota State QBs that was drafted in the first round had more natural talent. Wentz, had a big arm, pretty mobile, and what's the other guy? Trey Lance.
Trey Lance, really big arm.
Yes, he was mobile, big time arm. Shador don't have nowhere near the arm strength as say him or like Josh Allen that came from Buffalo. He was at a small school, but he had big time, probably the strongest arm in the NFL
Josh
today.
Allen came from Wyoming.
And 6'5", 240.
Oh,
and pretty mobile.
Gotta let you go. Gotta let you go. I see his number. I'm taking a screenshot of it right now, J Love. All right. Yeah, you called in. I see, sir.
Yeah, I called in. I'm gonna take that bet. I'm gonna take that bet as well. I had to step outside the office.
No problem. First or second round, right?
First or second round.
First or second round.
Also, he's gonna break every SWAC record.
I don't care about
Steve McNair, Akil Glass. He gonna do. I don't see how y'all don't. Look how amazing that dude was as a freshman.
I don't care about the records. Records don't mean anything in the NFL. That doesn't mean anything. So first of all, let me give you respect, J Love. I appreciate you calling in Real Talk. I do appreciate that. That's respect. So yeah, we make that bet though. Just I don't care about the records. The records, you can have that. You can preach that to the cows come home. It's first or second round pick, $500. All right.
$500. All right. Now look, this is senior year now. If he go before his senior year, I don't want to make the bet. He got to stay to his senior year. Is that good?
If he goes early, that means he would be an early pick, don't you think?
No, I don't know. I think with him coming out the SWAC, he needs to stay to his senior year in order for him to maximize his full potential. If he leave early, I just don't see him going first or second. But if he stay to his senior year, late first or early second, senior year, possibly up for the Heisman Trophy because he's gonna break. I didn't say he was gonna win it. His name will be in it, just like McNair's name was in it. I don't see how y'all don't see it. That dude is unreal, bro. He is unreal. Y'all talk.
I don't think Shador is unreal. I think Shador is a pretty good quarterback, but unreal is I don't see unreal. I would like to know what unreal looks like. What does unreal look like for you? Give me an example of what unreal.
What did he throw? What did he throw? 20? What did he throw? 26 touchdowns?
I think it was 30.
Was that it? 20?
I think it was 30 something. He threw 30.
Yeah, 7 picks? Come on.
But what is freshman? Give me hold on. Give me an example. Give me an example of a quarterback that's unreal, so I know what your standard is of a college quarterback that's unreal.
Talking about compare him to another college quarterback?
Yeah, just compare him to anybody in college. Like what is unreal look like to you?
I mean, like, okay, if you're talking about like comparing him to like a Bryce Young, who's probably gonna be the first pick. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm gonna put it like this. All of the quarterbacks that was taken in this year's draft, you had that cat that came out of Pittsburgh that was taken first. Kenny, I can't remember his last name. If you compare him to Shador, what Shador's going to be his senior year, Shador's going to be twice the quarterback that kid was. And I'm going to say this as well. Watch his senior year. It's going to be all about who's going to land Shador. Just remember, I said it first. They're going to make that entire draft about who's going to land Shador Sanders. I just want all the people in the chat to hear it. It's going to be about, watch that entire draft be about Shador. I'm calling it right now, 2025. 2026.
Listen. I wish I really would meet you in person just so you can pay me in one. Like I probably want 500 ones because I just want my money crisp. I want my dollars crisp. I want it ironed. If you can iron my ones, I guess listen, it's not going. I agree with you Will he be a topic of conversation? Yes, but the draft will not be who lands Shedeur Sanders. Like, you just can't make me believe that. But listen, hey, things happen. Things happen. That's why I'm making the bet right now. So this could be $500 that you get, or it can probably $500 I get. That's what the bet's all about. But hey, J Love, man, I appreciate you calling in though. That's real talk.
I appreciate taking my call, Scott. It's been a good time as always.
Anytime, man. Appreciate it. Hey, man, listen, $500. And I got his number. All right, $500. And I know one person that ain't gonna ever let me forget this is probably Coach Green. And Coach Green, I'm not putting you on the call with him. It was me and his call. I'm not putting you on the call with him. What's up, Coach Green?
I just wanted to put out so he could know this. They changed the rules so FCS can't be involved with the Heisman anymore. That's why the FCS got their own award for the quarterback, because they changed the rules. So no matter what an FCS quarterback does in FCS, they're not going to be involved in the Heisman. Because think about it, they had some record-breaking quarterbacks this past year that should have been in the Heisman running. But they wasn't in the Heisman running because they changed the rules. So no matter what you do in FCS, you're not going to be in that award running. They changed that rule.
It's tough.
So nobody should be even thinking about saying Heisman anymore.
This is the thing.
So that's all I want to put out.
Let me tell you this. This is the one thing. And when you go watch Shedeur, right? I want people to really go watch him, and not his decision making. I want you to go watch his arm talent, right? His arm talent and his delivery are very long, right? His arm talent is pretty good. He doesn't have a big arm, you know what I'm saying? He don't got the biggest arm, you know what I'm saying? But his delivery is he has a very long delivery, okay? It's not compact. If you watch some of the best QBs, they have a really compact delivery, and it shoots. Go watch old Michael Vick, right? Old Michael Vick, literally a flick of the wrist, he'll go 60 yards. Go watch Aaron Rodgers, flick of the wrist. That's flick of the wrist. That's a lot of quarterbacks. They have that compact delivery so that they get the ball out fast. Go watch Shedeur. He has a very long, extended. If you watch his base is even long. When he steps, it's a wide base. He has a wide stance when he pulls the ball back, and then he has this very elongated. All right, he has a very elongated. That lets you know he doesn't have the arm strength to just let the ball fly. Okay, so all I'm saying is this. I'm not saying he's not talented. I'm not saying he's not accurate. I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback. He is not a first or second round guy. Think about it. A first round guy is franchise changing. Okay. I want to be very clear about what a first round quarterback is. A first to third round. First of all, a first round quarterback is a franchise QB. Okay. Franchise, not a project, a franchise. Second to third rounds are like, hey, they're starters. We know they can be impactful players. Anything after the third round, and I heard this from a scout, is a project. Anything after the third round, you are considered a project of you can help. We got to do some things. We got to scrub you up or whatever. Okay. So my thing is this. You cannot tell me in 2 or 3 years that Shedeur Sanders is a franchise-changing quarterback at the first or second round. I don't see nothing wrong with Shedeur going to 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th round. I do not see anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
But
I want to add this.
Go ahead.
I want to add this too, Coach. I mean, I don't know what I called you, Coach. You talk like a coach. All right, but look, the guy that was talking about they don't, saying Jack. Just because he in the SWAC, he ain't playing nobody. I'm gonna sit here and say this: it's not necessarily about your competition. It's your measurables, because you had a guy on there that talked about that. It's your measurables and how you dominate your positions, right?
Yeah.
That's all that matters. They ain't sitting there watching. Oh, let me see what type of competition you playing. Those scouts ain't looking at that. Because if that was the case, Texas A&M would have at least had 2 players drafted, and they ain't have 0.
Facts.
It's not your competition, because Joshua Williams played at Fedwell.
Joshua
He was
Williams?
a 4th round draft pick.
Oh, you talking about
Josh.
the D2 guy. Yeah, the D2 talent.
Yeah. He was a 4th round pick. That lets you know it's how you dominate and your measurables. And that kid had the measurables and he dominated. So it's not always about your competition.
We shall see.
It's how you look at your But I ain't gonna say first. I say maybe late 2nd, 3rd, and down. 3rd and down.
Yeah, 4th and down for me. But appreciate the call, Coach Green. Hey, Joyce, I'm about 7913. I'm about to come to you. But this Bama right here, EJ Manuel and Tim Tebow, bro. First of all, nobody said Tim Tebow should have gone to the 1st round. The only reason Tim Tebow went in the 1st round is because Josh McDaniels thought he could turn him around at Denver. His throw delivery, and he was a 2-time national champion and still couldn't go in the 1st round. Okay, he did go in the 1st round, wasn't supposed to go in the 1st round because his delivery was god awful. Okay, EJ Manuel is like 6'6", 6'5", and had a crazy arm. What are you talking about? Listen, man, you gotta also listen. The NFL is an eye test, right? Because at the end of the day, yes, you could do stuff on the field, but then when it comes to the NFL, do you translate very well? Do you understand the game? Can you throw in anticipation? There's a lot of aspects that get added on at the NFL level that some quarterbacks just don't reach. That's why a lot of quarterbacks don't make it. All right. 7913, you live.
What's up, man? This is David from Tallahassee, but originally from the DMV, bro.
What's good? Oh, DMV, you're good with me. Talk to me.
It's been a minute. We haven't talked in a while, but look, I can't make a case for Shedeur going the 1st round pick, but I think I can sit here and debate. He can go in the 2nd. He can be a late 2nd round pick. I think, okay, I got to go back to, I'm going to give you an example. I mean, I'm going to be brief and quick. So I remember when we sat on live, when we watched the Alabama State game, you mentioned he has intangibles right now. Like, obviously right now, you can't teach the pocket poise he has. He's not the fastest, but he's slippery. You know, and I think that's an intangible that's important in today's, especially in today's NFL. He's able to get out of situations that when you bring pressure on him, he's able to step up or he's able to get out of it. He made a beautiful pass in that Alabama State game. I don't know if you remember it.
Come on, you know I remember it.
Leg, you know I remember it. To still deliver the strike in the end zone.
So he actually.
I'm not saying.
Hold on. Tell the full story. He had it. You're right. He had his guy. He pulled it out and then reset his feet and then threw the ball. He didn't have a guy on his leg when he threw it, but it was an awesome play. It was a fantastic play.
Right. So I mean, I think he has intangibles right now to be on the trajectory to being a 2nd round pick.
But think about
number 2. I mean,
hold on. Stop. Wait. Listen, you guys see a lot of you guys, and even myself, we get caught up in you get caught up in your world. You're on your block. You don't know what everybody else's block looks like. You get what I'm saying? So you don't know who to compare him to. If I call Blue up right now, Blue would give you 15 quarterbacks that are better than him in his same class. Or 10 quarterbacks that are better than. So you got to understand the competition that's around him. So you're looking at him in the SWAC, but you're not looking at him in a totality of, okay, there's going to be other guys that come along that are probably going to be better than Shedeur and play better competition than Shedeur. There's many a time. I don't know if anybody remembers what KJ Black said. KJ Black said when he went to the NFLPA Bowl, he asked them, yo, why do you pick guys in the Power 5 over FCS guys and they're not as good? He said, well, KJ, you got to understand the competition that they're going against is better. So a throw in the FBS, it can have a little error of margin than the FCS. So you got to be 10 times better than you are at the FBS level. He said, that's why I will take a De'Aaron King over an Akil Glass. Even though Akil got all the measurables, he got all the stats, Derek King has gone against greater competition that has looked at an NFL caliber level. So you can't have a bad game in FCS, because if you have a bad game in FCS, they're like, yo, what are you going to do in the FBS? because that same throw is not going to be as open as it would be in FBS. So competition does matter. And see, the thing about it, when you're comparing with a guy like a DB, so you got the Joshua Williams and the Kobe Durant's, they're individual based. Right. So it's just me. It's mano y mano. Right. It's just me against you. Well, with a quarterback, it comes a lot. There's a lot more variables. Do you control the offense? How do you set your team up? Do you know what you're looking at? Can you go through your reads? Do you make the right progression? Do you make the right audible calls? It's a lot that goes into that. And then on top of all that, can you make the throws? So, but go ahead, Joseph. Go ahead.
No, I mean, like I said, I agree with you. I think he has enough intangibles right now. I think he's still telling his story. Yes, I mean, to your point, yeah, they're all going to be looking at the totality of the competition. I think for the most part, he showed moments this past season. You can look at even the ULM game. That touchdown pass he threw was in a very tight window, and he was still able to make it. For the kids
and
from Alabama,
and I can give you the
Lanier.
same. See, listen, you're only but hold up. You're only looking at one part of the story. What about the interception he threw? That was a game-ending interception. It was a bad read. It was a horrible. Like, you got to tell the full story, right? The Celebration Bowl, right? You're a quarterback and you can't protect the ball. Like, when you get pulled in the sack, your laziness with the ball caused the fumble, right? Instead of you holding the ball, taking the sack, you wanted to do more and you got a fumble cause. You threw a bad read on the Celebration Bowl to Warren Newman, and it got picked off. Like, tell the full story when you're telling the story. Just don't pick out the good. Just don't pick out the good plays.
He had moments. I didn't say he played complete games yet. He's still a freshman. He has time to tell his story about, like you said, we don't know who he is yet. But I'm saying, to say that we don't see the talent of what he can be going forward in the next couple of years, I think that's a debate within itself. Yes. You have to put out the FAMU game. You have to put out the South Carolina State game. You have to put out the PV game. Those games are on his resume. Those games can be a redemption if he plays. And like you said earlier in the live, if he evolves, especially people got to realize this is Jackson State's first true off season. So let's see what he can do in the off season. Let's see what type of preparation and work they can get. Let's see how much stronger he can get. Let's see what the new offensive system looks like. But he can only play, like I said, what the schedule allows him to play. I thought for a true freshman with that much pressure, because think about the pressure.
I do agree. I do agree with you about the pressure for him. I think that's the biggest praise I will ever give Shedeur, is the fact of how well he deals, being that his name, he is a Sanders. And that's you got to show up every day. Like you have to give him tremendous amount of credit that my name is a Sanders and I got to show, because everybody's going to try to embarrass you because your last name is Sanders. But go ahead.
And like I said, because he had that pressure, and I thought, for given the pressure and the circumstance, given what the fan base expected, given what you said, given the recruits and the talent, and Deion Sanders being your head coach, the fact, okay, he didn't look dominant every game. That's true. That's a fact. I can't negate that. But he found a way to win those games still, despite, not having the best performances, and his defense being able to pick him up until he got himself together. So I feel like this year coming up will be the true story of what Shedeur will be with a true off season, because think about it. They had less than 2 months before the next season, before spring and fall. Some of these teams we talking about, like the Southern and all them, these guys had off season. They had all this stuff that J-State didn't have prior to heading into the fall.
Let me ask you this question. Go ahead. Finish your point. I'm asking you a question.
I just see him this being one of those things where he becomes a late second round guy. I don't see first round, but I see second round. He has the intangibles. I think he has enough size. He has sneaky athleticism and sneaky speed to kind of be a mobile quarterback at the next level. That's what I see.
Okay,
but
let me ask you this.
If
because everybody's saying what he could be. What if he regresses in his sophomore year? Then what? Because listen, let's be real. You can't continue to praise somebody saying what they're going to do and go to another level. If he doesn't grow to the next level, he becomes stagnant, or he regresses, then what? Because it's a counter argument to everything that you're making. Everybody can say I'm hating, but that's a legit question. Just as much praise as people give him to grow, You know what I'm saying? And I even said, I said, if he grows, what happens? You know what I'm saying? Jackson State gets better. If he does not grow, he becomes stagnant or he regresses, then what happens?
I got to see that O-line, Scotty. I think if that O-line goes up even just average, then it's all on him. It's all on him. But if they come back and the O-line is what it is and he's still scrambling for a lot, it's really hard to really evaluate that. But if he's making plays that cancel out that, then I think you got to give him the look if you're a pro scout.
All right, man. Appreciate the call though, as always.
All right.
Listen, this comment right here, like you gotta like. This is the issue with this comment. You're trying to minimize a totality of a story, and that's what bothers me with people who try to tell us a story in the chat. You can't really tell a story in the chat. Carson Wentz, Joe Flacco, I can go through Carson Wentz, national champion. Joe Flacco went to the second round of the division of the FCS playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. And the dude's like 6'6", 6'7" with a rocket arm. Trey Lance, national champion. So what are we talking about right now? Are you give the full freaking story? Okay? Give the full freaking story. Stop the foolishness, man. Let's not play these games. Stop the freaking foolishness. You got to give the full story. These dudes are going through the playoff system. And I'm not even talking about competition. I'm not even talking about the competition. Okay? I'm talking about having a quarterback that can lead you through the playoffs or through a season. Okay? Like that's what holds credibility. Oh, wow. That's what he looks like in a playoff game. Oh, wow. He showed up in the national championship. Those games matter. Okay? I'm not saying the national championship is more important than the Celebration Bowl, but you got to show up. You got to show up. Okay? And just like everybody wants to praise Shedeur to go to the next level, there's a possibility he might not. There's a possibility that he might not. Okay? Just like there's a possibility he could go to the next level, there's a possibility that he could stay where he's at or regress. It's all one and the same. Okay? It is all one in the same. But anyway, it's still in Dooley we trust. All right? Hey, Coach Dooley, I know you probably turned off. But listen, if you still watching, Coach, let me get that official visit, baby. Let me get that official visit. All right? Let me get that official visit. But guys, listen up real quick recap. All right? Interview Monday. Interview with Kendra Bullock Major, the executive director of the Orange Blossom Classic. You do not want to miss that, okay? And also interview tomorrow with the founders of Real Sports. Let me explain this to you. These are two Texas Southern kids, all right, students that are building a sports agency, okay? I'm going to say that again. These are two current Texas Southern kids building a sports marketing agency while in school. They set up Andrew Body's first deal with the Fry Guys, okay? They are partnering they're partnering athletes with local businesses in their community. Don't tell me that your students can't change their own culture. This is what it looks like. Okay? This is what it looks like. These guys are changing the freaking game. Okay? Changing the freaking game. And anybody talking about Tavares Jackson, at the end of the day, Tavares Jackson is 5 times the athlete that Shedeur Sanders is. So shut that shit up. God almighty, man. Y'all better just be out here talking. Just out here talking. Oh my God, Tavares Jackson. Go look at that boy's stats. Go look at that boy's highlights. He ran all through the SWAC. He's a walking athlete. Shut up. Anyway, all right, you do not want to miss this interview, okay? You do not want to miss this interview. It's next level. These kids are doing next level, all right? So, anyway, wrong thing. All right, so like I said, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.
Thank you for watching Offscript. Make sure to like and subscribe.